Don't forget to subscribe, add your comments, and share your memories. If you have any old VHS tapes or even DVD to dispose, let me know. Drop me an email on seaeagle666@gmail.com.
Freeman of the referee. I think the referee's had a coaching lesson over the last fortnight. He's never started a game like this before. But I'm not critical of him. If he sees it, he's got to blow that whistle.
Kangaroo teammate Martin Bellerin said, "Come here, Eddie," and just wrapped him up on the quarter line. Clayton Friend, and that's Graham. Good ball out wide, and Florimo's gone without it, and the scrum will go down on the quarter line. And my word, that could have been an opportunity. He was positioned beautifully by that pass from Mark Graham.
This was a beautiful pass by the North skipper, and really, he made a meal of this. This was a beautiful break, and Canterbury were all at sea.
Could have easily been a try, but here's Potter, and Potter making inroads into the North Sydney defence. The movement's kept going. That's Farah. Farah will go close. Farah dives. Has he scored? We'll wait for the referee. It's a try to Canterbury. Andrew Farah's in.
And how costly that mistake. The sender Florimo knocking on, resulting scrum. Canterbury get the break. And this is what the Bulldogs are all about. They only need half a chance.
Sydney players are all back standing in the shade down at the northern end of the ground. See that there? That's about the only shade at that end of the ground. And I noticed all the Canterbury players went racing across to the water bucket. And so far we've seen all of the players trying to get some sort of relief from this very oppressive heat. But Andrew Farah, good kick, Canterbury with the ball. Down on the North Sydney quarter line. Kelly, he didn't get it. O'Brien did, and O'Brien's tackled. He's only 19 metres away. Bugged in a dummy half. That's Jason Alchin. A move that has finished up with Folkes, and Folkes are still going. Stephen Folkes. Folkes are still going for the line. Good crash tackle, brings him down only 4 metres out. O'Brien into dummy half. They'll keep going the short side. Tunks looking for a passage down the centre. The flick pass, that's Alchin, and Alchin's going to be hammered into the ground. He's only 6 or 7 metres away from the North Sydney line. Gillespie, and away it goes. Hagan to Dunn, and Dunn has crashed into the ground. Tackle number 4. They're only a few metres away. It's Bugden again. That's Tunks. Tunks puts the little grubber kick through. Tunks doesn't get there first. It's loose in the end goal. And in the end, it's been pushed across the dead ball line and didn't allow the big man to get the pass away. Hagan, that's Alchin. On it goes from Langmack. Away it goes to Potter. The pass goes out wide to Scotty Bennett. He's gone without it. Now he's got it. Running it back towards the North Sydney quarter line. Quick hands again, and the ball's again gone loose. And again it's Peter Tunks who has to clean up.
And he's back to 6. He touched an North player.
He's playing like a lock forward at the moment, Peter Tunks, as Potter's gone through some feeble defence. He's still going the fullback. Canterbury really finding the holes at the moment. Dunn, Hagan, lovely ball away to Langmack. Langmack for the line. Langmack scored. Canterbury are in again. Beautiful football from Canterbury. It's 8-0.
Oh, so easy, David.
In defence. Good evidence of it there as Dunn went crashing up the centre of the field, and the North Sydney defence just waited for him to get to them. That's Gillespie. Not unlike Folkes when he runs at times, Gillespie, that little chink. Tunks with the ball. Isn't he having a strong game?
Chink?
Bennett.
Chinese chink?
Well, yeah, a little chink. Oh, it just moves around. Well, Dunn going for a kick. It's come off a North Sydney player into the hands of Tunks, and the referee said 6 to go. I don't think Paul Dunn, though, will bring a smile to Warren Ryan's face, though, for attempting the kick. And here goes Andrew Farah up over the quarter line. The pass goes away, and Canterbury are going to score, and diving to score the try is the fullback Potter, and Canterbury are leading 12 points to 0.
You pay the price if you do not move up in defence.
It must have come off a North Sydney player too, because Canterbury have got the feed, so they're on the attack again with Langmack, and here comes Potter into that line again, and almost a repeat of the first try there for a moment as he gets up and plays it. Now that's Alchin, out wide again as Langmack, through the dummy, and he's chopped down. Good defence around the legs by Florimo, who's got one on the top of the head as well. Going from dummy half is O'Brien, and he's going to get within a couple of metres of the line. Canterbury are all over North Sydney at the moment. Dunn at dummy half. Dunn, away it goes to Alchin. Alchin slipped his pass, and that's going to be an easy try to Michael Hagan. Oh, so easy, and good, calm, cool and collected play from the little halfback Alchin. There's still 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Certainly right there, David, and it must be very disappointing because North Sydney, they've bought well. For the first time in many, many years, none of the players have left the club. They had their tails up. They did well in the trials, and it's disappointing.
So
Off
here
they go
comes
again.
Alchin again. He's offloaded the pass out to Bennett. Back on the inside comes Hagan. That was suspiciously forward. Back it goes through Langmack. Back to Hagan. Hagan still going. Bennett said, come on this way. Bennett, lovely pass away to Bugden, but he couldn't keep the movement going. What magnificent Champagne rugby league, though. Absolute magnificence. Left the field, and Steve Keir might be on the field for North Sydney on the right wing. I think John MacArthur's gone back to fullback. As now we're going to see a chance for North Sydney, as going without the ball is Canterbury, and Clark comes up with it for the Bears. He's only about 17 metres out, so is this the opportunity for them to get back into the match? Bella, away it goes to Toole, and Toole has crashed to the ground. Good defence from the Canterbury Bulldogs. They haven't had to do too much this afternoon, though, so far. As into dummy half is right. That's Graham. The pass comes across to Friend. Over the quarter line goes the little man. He's still going. Beautiful pass. Going for the line now is Florimo. Can he get his pass back? Yes, Lennon will score. Try to North Sydney. And that's by just keeping the ball alive. And the former rugby union winger has scored a good try. Might have been injured in scoring the try, but they're back in the game, at least for the time being. It's 20 points to 4.
Just what the doctor ordered. Good play by North Sydney. And it's one time that they swept up on a loose ball. Third and fourth tackle. Bugden, especially clever at it.
And he had to get on a step ladder to reach him that time, as McKinnon takes it ahead for North Sydney. Good run from the prop forward. He's taken about 17 metres out. Into dummy half again as right, as it goes away to Bella. Bella down the centre. He's tackled 12 metres away from Canterbury's line. And again it's Rex right at dummy half. Open side. It's Friend, throws the dummy, goes on his own. The little fella's almost all the way. The pass over the top. It's picked up by Clark, and he'll score. Good try from Jeff Clark, but put it down to the little man, Clayton Friend. He's been very much involved in both the North Sydney tries, and Clark scores his first grade try.
Roll his sleeves up, get back into it.
There's the kick off, and it rebounds off the legs of a North Sydney player, and I think Canterbury might have come up with the ball. They have. Well, that's what happens when you don't face the ball.
You're trying to say that the Australian referees are a lot better than the Pommy ones?
Well, there's no comparison. On comes Kelly, straight down the centre, and Kelly's going to be held up about 18 metres out. Let's not start on the French, for heaven's sake. Replacement coming to the sideline for North Sydney. I notice, I think it's Peter Martin who might be coming on for North, but Canterbury with a chance, going the blind side out there. It finishes up with O'Brien, and O'Brien's held up, only 10 metres out from North's line. Bugden in a dummy half. Alchin gets it away. That's Folkes, and Folkes is held up only 10 metres out. Fourth tackle.
Now
Two more tackles left.
Watch the ball come out wide here, David.
Langmack, beautiful dummy, on it goes to Folkes, on to Hagan, and Hagan will score.
Oh boy, that's beautiful football. Top quality stuff.
Canterbury fellows at this stage.
Well, they'll be disappointed, David, but I'm sure it'll be running through their minds that they've got to look forward to a first-grade position. And there's not many out there that can hold it, that say that they're going to be secure for selection next week.
So Gillespie plays it, now taking the ball up on the short side. There is a replacement on for Canterbury Bankstown, and running the ball out wide, O'Brien. He's out of one, he's out of two, he's still going, O'Brien. Good strong run from the winger, and he's down towards the halfway line. Replacement on for Canterbury is James Donnelly, as that kick went over the top, and a little bit of a struggle by Lennon to take it, but he finally did, down on his own quarter line, evades the tackle of Hagan.
It's been pretty hard out there for the hooker. They don't come any tougher than this guy.
So North Sydney now throwing the ball out wide, and they've got a chance. They're down on the Canterbury quarter line, running the ball out through their backs. Now it's out with Clark. Coming onto the ball is Florimo, and he's managed to almost slip out of the tackle of Farah. Tackle about 30 metres out. Blindside, taking the ball up is McKinnon. McKinnon gets out of one. 18 metres away from the Canterbury line, right in a dummy half. That's Friend back to Cannon on to Bella, and Bella with the ball is tackled by Reid and also Dunn. Only about 19 metres away. Now that little flick pass from right wasn't really designed to go to anyone, but McKinnon did well to pick it up, and picking up the dregs is Graham. On it goes to Friend, and Friend can't handle the pass, and diving on it is Potter for Canterbury.
Well, it was odds on. They had 3 attempts there. and they juggle the ball. It was odds on they were going to knock it on.
And look at this run from Scott Bennett. Bennett, he's almost gapped them. He's down towards the halfway line. He's still going, Scott Bennett. And the only man he had in support was Potter, and he just couldn't turn around to get balance to pass the ball on a penalty against Lennon for not allowing to play the ball. That's, well, that's the story of the match. There's the kick. Canterbury saying, let's play it down North Sydney's end of the field. And that's Steve Keir, and he's beautifully wrapped up right round the legs by Paul Langmack. I suppose if you had to give someone a Man of the Match award for doing something out of the ordinary, Langmack must just about receive that today. And here comes the speedster Lennon. Lennon's pass on the inside has again gone loose. So North Sydney continue to make errors, and that was a chance to post another try.
And hasn't it, David? They haven't done a great deal of luck, but they haven't tried hard to make sure that Lady Luck shone on them.
Canterbury leading by 28 points to 8. They have the ball down on their own quarter line. Potter runs it away from dummy half. Canterbury get it out now towards Bennett. And these two wingers on this side of the field, Lennon and Bennett, have had two very good games, and there it is. The match is all